Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Firefly Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading for what's next. So this is going to be looking at April 2020 in addition to our near future. So just taking a look at some guidance and messages in regards to you moving forward, especially if you've been feeling stuck or kind of lost or confused about things. So this is just to get some clarity and some guidance in moving forward. So I'm going to get some tarot decks, but in the end I'm also going to get some oracle cards. If I get anything other than that, like written messages, I'll see, but again, I always go with the flow. So I thought this would be useful in the time that we're in now, because everything is a bit uncertain and you know, there's a lot of fear. So hopefully this can give you some kind of peace of mind. So keep in mind, this is a general reading, so it might not resonate exactly with your situation, but take the messages that do resonate. We have the 3 different groups here today for our pick a card. This here, the first card is going to be, the first group is going to be Black Tourmaline. Let's see, it's Black Tourmaline, group number 1. And this is going to be group number 2, which is Tiger's Eye. It's group number 2. And then we have group number 3, which is Angel Aura Quartz. Okay. So again, we have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So just take a moment to make your selection. The timestamps are going to be in the description box and in the comments. Take a deep breath and really go with what your gut is telling you feels right. And after you've made your selection, I will see you in your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who picked group number 1, which is the Black Tourmaline. So we're going to be taking a look at predictions, messages, and guidance for April 2020, or just in the near future, because it might take a little bit longer to unfold, okay? So Spirit, please provide us with clear guided messages for group number 1 and the guidance, messages, and advice that they need to hear right now. Let's take a look first at what we're dealing with here for you guys. Okay, so Spirit, please let us know first what's going on with group number 1. Let's take a look at the present energy surrounding you guys. So this is for group 1. Spirit, what's going on for group number 1? Let me redirect slightly, just in case. Okay, Spirit, what are the messages for group number 1? Spirit, what are the messages for group number 1? Messages, advice, and guidance for group 1. Spirit, what are the messages for group 1? Okay, so there's going to be movement very, very soon. So movement, quick, fast movement, okay? Moving forward with something. This might also indicate travel. It might indicate just like receiving news. And this could mean a lot of different things. So let's keep going. For group 1, please, Spirit. Thank you. So again, we have incredibly fast movement, swift movement forward with this Knight of Swords. I was going to say you're very determined, but this might not necessarily be your decision. Something is going to change very quickly for you, okay? You've been in a lot of anxiety, okay? A lot of anxiety, not being able to sleep at night, worrying, thinking, ruminating, all of that, okay? Which has taken you away from your true power with the Queen of Wands. So your usual self is one that's very confident, someone who's very social and charismatic. And it would make sense that, you know, now that we're all kind of in that isolation mode, that this has not been feeling good for you, because you've been taken completely out of your element. Okay, so there's been, that's a big factor. It could be something else personal that you're dealing with, but that's a big factor, or has been lately. You've been focusing a lot on the negative, of focusing a lot on the darkness and the questions, the fears. Okay, again, that's not your usual self. See, I was just looking at the black cat. So we have here the sunflowers and all that yellow, that abundance and that positivity. But right now you're really not looking at any of that. What are the messages for group 1, please, Spirit? What are the messages for group 1, Spirit? Okay, you've been, yeah, okay. I know that some of this is going to sound obvious given the global situation, but this here is you've been really, really worried about money. So living in this mindset of scarcity, okay? That is another reason why you've been in this constant worry here. So this card, the Four of Pentacles, is exactly for that. Just like holding on to every penny and being afraid of loss, okay? When it's not, it might not necessarily be the case that there is scarcity. It just probably feels that way more than it actually is. Even though we are facing legitimate tough times here, I think that, you know, with this card, it's usually one, it's very difficult to break past that illusion. So again, with the Queen of Wands, see if you can kind of conjure those positive thoughts again and see if that actually helps you to change your mind about it. What are the messages for group 1, please? Guidance moving forward. Okay. So remember I said that there's going to be quick movement. So things are going to change from this energy of scarcity, this energy of anxiety and anguish and overthinking. You're going to be working really hard on something to the point where you're really, really honing in, focusing, mastering some kind of a particular skill or project. If you weren't aware of this, now, you know, now it's coming to your awareness. Some of you, it's not even occurring to you what this could be, but this is something that's going to really benefit you in the near future. Like, it's something that's going to be able to take you out of this worrying and out of the worrying and out of that negative mindset. Okay, so something that you're going to start to work on. Or rather, since this is messages for the future and guidance, it's saying that you have to become aware of this so that you can work on it. And that right there is going to help you to get out of that stuck mindset and that feeling of scarcity. Okay, messages for group 1, please, and guidance and moving forward. Messages for group 1. Okay, so a big element of that is going to be family and spending time with loved ones in a sense of joy and harmony again. So lifting spirits, right? So we also have the Queen of Cups. So you are going to be feeling like yourself again. When you're standing in your power, you are that Queen of Wands and that Queen of Cups. So we have the double energy here of Queens, and that's very positive, okay? The Queen of Cups is someone who is very spiritual and psychic and intuitive, emotional. That's another one of your strengths. So maybe you're going to be helping a lot of people emotionally during this time, bringing people together even though that's a huge challenge right now, but kind of just helping people through their emotions and feeling in your element again, feeling in your power again. Messages for group 1 and moving forward. Yeah, you're going to change your mind about all of that negative perspective with the Ace of Swords. You're definitely going to have a breakthrough in your way of thinking and have a lot more clarity and have a lot more truth and accuracy with your thinking and not falling into the trap of all of the fear. Okay, so that's coming up for you, or the fact that Spirit is making you aware of this right now. Okay, in other words, this is what's going to help you the most, is having this new way of thinking, that breakthrough mentally. Okay, and allowing yourself to come back into that clarity. Messages for group 1 moving forward. It's definitely going to create a huge energy shift for you, which is great because it's been very dark lately. Yeah, so we have another element of moving on with this 8 of Cups, okay? So you're moving on from all of that confusion and that mystery and that fear because you see that it doesn't serve you. So really moving on from that with your new way of thinking. And then here we have the Knight of Pentacles. So slow and steady movement, okay? Whatever it is you're going to start working on, I think it's going to be really, really good for you. Again, it might be some kind of a personal project, something that you want to learn, just something that you're going to work on or that you should be working on, and it's going to really benefit you and keep you in high spirits and high vibration. What else for group 1, please? What else for group 1? Okay, so yeah, more rest and contemplation and meditating. So really giving yourself the opportunity to actually rest. So remember before I said the thing about sleepless nights, this is actually going to be legitimate rest. But the only way to get true rest is to rest your mind, okay? So that's something that they're advising. So when you're in your bed, it's not just to sleep. The goal is to rest your mind, to let go of all of the worrying, that excessive worrying and what ifs and anxiety, because it creates a loop for you. And in this kind of thinking, remember you have a breakthrough in your thinking, you actually are allowing it to be let go of. So that's really going to benefit you. We have the Knight of Wands. So we have the Knight of Swords and then the Knight of Wands. So again, like movement, fast, passionate movement towards something. Definitely this could be in the area of creativity. The area of creativity could be spirituality, could be something with making yourself known in some way. I don't know if some of you are doing stuff with social media. It could be. Anything else for group 1 moving forward? Interesting. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. Okay, so again, a lot of truth and clarity here. Being able to cut through everything and to really remain in your highest truth. I have a feeling that has to do with your spiritual sense. If some of you have been meditating, these would be the higher chakras, you know, the third eye and the crown. So really focusing on that divine guidance. So reaching out for help in that way. Definitely something that's going to benefit you. Let me take a look at the 8 of Wands. Okay, so Spirit, can you please clarify the 8 of Wands? Why is the 8 of Wands? Okay. Okay, so the first card that came out with this was the Death card, so definitely ending a cycle. So if you're concerned that you're going to be trapped in this cycle, you're not going to be, okay? The Death card is a very clear indicator that the cycle will end, and in its place is going to be a new beginning, a new wave, a new feeling of calm and peace and some joy again. Yeah, you had been juggling too much. There had been too much on your plate. Just too much to think about and too much to do, and all the responsibilities piling up. This has to do with balance as well. So it could indicate that you had been giving too much of yourself to other people. Okay, so that cycle is ending for you. All right. Let's take a look at some other cards here just for more clarity. Okay, so Spirit, anything else for group 1? Anything else for group 1? Moving forward. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, and we have the Hermit, and then we have another 6 of Pentacles, and then we have the Page of Wands. Okay, so with the Hierophant card, my first impression was that you're going to be getting a lot of support from your spouse or your significant other, whoever you're committed to right now. For some of you, it might be instead support from some kind of a group establishment. So even though we're not really seeing a lot of people right now, it's more of feeling supported. Okay, so feeling supported. So either you're going to reach out or you're going to be comforted by the people that surround you in that way. Either way, it's going to be like a close sense of support and even spiritual guidance. Okay, so for either one, there's 2 different energies there. So either the spouse or the community. Okay, so with the Hermit card, remember it was pretty similar to this one over here. Okay, so just that time of really looking inward and soul searching. I think that in the next few months, the near future, you're really going to develop a sense of self. Okay, develop a sense of self in terms of your purpose and why you're here and what you want to do moving forward. And this is the time you're going to discover what that is. That's very, very powerful. Okay, so that means that for a lot of you, you have not been aware of what this is. And if you have been, it's going to be sort of like, again, stripping away all of that fog and coming into clarity and really owning your purpose. Okay, so again, we have balancing out. I definitely get a sense that you're a very generous person. You have the tendency to give too much of yourself, as I said before, to others and not being able to give enough to yourself. But another thing you're going to learn in the near future is that how to finally treat yourself with that kindness, okay? And to stop giving too much of yourself and stop draining your vital battery life. So with the Page of Wands, it's this opportunity, okay? So definitely take the opportunity. It's going to be something creative, something spiritual, something having to do with you owning your personal power, okay? So whatever that is, this now, what you're in, is the time for that, okay? It's the time for that, all right? So let's take a look at an oracle card or 2 for you guys in group 1. Okay, so what is the message for group 1, Spirit? Message for group 1, guidance, advice for group 1. What is the message for group 1, Spirit? Whoa. Okay. You have a couple here. So insight, remember with the Hermit, so you're going to be really making a lot of deep realizations, and this is really going to help you in that path, that purpose and path that I mentioned. Some of you are going to really take a lot of creativity with this and invent your own new ways of helping people, okay? Some of you, it might be, actually writing some kind of there's some kind of a a creative task like that, like a project like that. So it might be writing something, it might be creating something. So we have in nature. So for those of you who are able to still kind of be out and about, nature is going to be very, very beneficial for you in this time. So you might find yourself kind of gravitating back towards those roots. And if you can't really go too far, you know, just something as simple as looking out the window, or being, if you have a backyard or just like a nearby little area for nature, it is where a lot of your answers are going to find you. Some of you might even do some writing while you're in nature, but this is where spirit is really going to speak to you. So I definitely recommend to keep your ears open for that. And to really listen to the sounds of nature. So if you have a tendency to be distracted in nature or outside, this is not really the best time for that, because these are when the messages will hit you. So see, awareness. So that's it. Just be aware and kind of like just keep your eyes peeled and your ears peeled for signs, because that it is coming to you very soon, okay? We have courage. So, it says underneath, courage in the face of conflict. So the kind of courage that is going to happen for you and benefit you the most is just a lot of humility and being able to help solve the conflict that's around you by just being the peaceful one, and by being the one who's not afraid to apologize or to work things out and to keep harmony with everyone surrounding you. Remember, we had this here. Okay, so you're going to be a big contributor to that peace. And then finally we have happiness. Oh, that's nice. Happiness, joy, and life, which is exactly that card that I just showed again. So happiness and being able to provide that happiness to others, but just feeling a true, genuine sense of joy and peace. This was really nice, group number 1. Really, really beautiful here. Excuse me, I have allergies. So I think that this was incredibly positive. So whatever the turmoil that you were going through before, please don't worry. It is coming to an end. If anything, it was just you transitioning into all of the changes that have been happening lately, you know, that took you out of your element and just kind of, you know, took everybody off guard. But this is incredibly positive. I love this. I think that this is a great indicator. Okay, group number 1. So that's everything I have for you. If this didn't resonate at all, please feel free to pick a different group. But let me know in the comments what's going on with you. Thank you so much. If you have already subscribed, please like and share if you enjoyed this. So yeah, group number 1, I hope that this helped. I hope this provided some peace and some clarity. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is this tiger's eye. So we're going to take a look at some messages and guidance for you in moving forward. Any advice and guidance right now from Spirit? Spirit, please provide us with clear guided messages. Let me turn this around. For those in group number 2. Okay, so we're going to jump right into it. Spirit, what are the messages in moving forward for group number 2? Messages, advice, guidance, and moving forward for group number 2. Group number 2. This card actually also came up for group number 1, the Hermit, which of course makes sense because of the time that we're in and just like all this isolation. All right, so this is a time where you're really, really going to look inward. So you have been in the recent past been all focused on the external world, but because of all of the changes, you're going to finally be able to look inward again. And it is here where you're going to find very important life-changing answers, life-altering answers for yourself and what to do next in your life. Okay, you're going to be making some decisions. Wow. Okay, coming up very soon, you're going to be making decisions about your life path. That's very clear here with the Chariot. Oh my gosh, look at that. You have the 3 major arcanas in a row with this High Priestess here. Okay, so very similar to the Hermit. The High Priestess, you're going to really delve deep into your intuition and ask yourself what doesn't fit in your life right now. So it might be career, it might be relationship, it might be, you know, your creative passions, that kind of a thing. But you're going to be receiving a lot of answers. So this reading is for April 2020 and the near future. But this is coming up very soon for you. We're going to have a lot of all of the questions that you've ever had. The seeking is finally going to be coming into your awareness. Okay. What are the messages for group 2 and moving forward? Messages for group 2 and moving forward, please, Spirit. We have the Page of Cups, so definitely this offering of something new in regards to something. It could be something with love, could be with spirituality, passion, going back into your feeling of joy again. So this, for a lot of you, it could be something with passions, because I'm seeing a lot of joy coming from this card. Something unexpected, something that you're going to do in the spur of the moment. You're going to be like, oh man, like I should totally get back into, you know, X, Y, and Z, or I should totally try this out, and something that you've never allowed yourself to really do before because of what I said. Like there was just so much noise and so much busyness, but this is finally going to be where you can care for your own sense of joy and happiness. Messages for group 2 and moving forward, Spirit. Messages for group 2. Messages for group 2 and moving forward. Messages for group 2. Messages for group 2 and moving forward, Spirit. Messages for group 2 and moving forward, Spirit. Thank you. Messages for group 2. Messages, advice, guidance for group 2. Okay, so, oh no, we have the Devil card, okay? So kind of a shout out there. This is what you're going to be thinking about. There's been something that has been making you feel like you're trapped or paralyzed or addicted or codependent. So the Hermit card there and the High Priestess card is going to help to lift you out of that darkness and that way of thinking. So that's what's going to become clear. You're going to realize something You're going to realize that you've been trapped in this thing, most likely for a while, that you've been trapped in this way of thinking or doing that has completely held you to these chains, and really stopped you from living your life of joy. That could be anything under the sun, but that's what's coming up here, is that that's going to come into your awareness, okay? So with the Nine of Wands here, there's been a lot of heavy battles for you, and you're going to grow tired of it. You're going to be like, I'm over it. Okay, so this could be external battles or internal ones, but you're going to get to the point in the near future, coming up for you soon, that, remember the Chariot, you're going to decide that you're done with that energy. So this is pretty cool. So it's like a lot of internal changes. It's really not indicating anything in the outer world yet, or if it might at all. But yeah, you're going to decide that you're done. You're done. You're going to do like this little ritual with yourself. Maybe you're going to do something with cleansing, but you're going to know. You're going to finally decide that. Messages for group 2 and moving forward, please. Yeah, this is insane. Look, yet another major arcana card. You had the Devil, by the way. So this is your 5th one, with the Hanged Man, okay? You're going to sacrifice an old way of thinking or an old way of doing it. Could be a habit, could be a relationship, could be a job, okay? Whatever it is, you're going to sacrifice that. Like, you're going to let go of that, and you're going to look at things in a completely different perspective, okay? This is really a powerful, straightforward message here. So it's like that blessing in disguise. All of the changes and craziness lately, it's going to benefit you in such a powerful way and let you come into your sense of joy again. Remember that joy and playfulness. Group 2, please. What else? Messages. Messages for group 2. Okay, cool. So this also came up in group number 1. So all of this, we're inching forward. You're going to go into hyperdrive mode with working on something to the best of your abilities and your focus. So like shutting out the rest of the world, where you're able to really hone in on that thing that you've been wanting to work on for a long time. And feeling a sense of pride in your work and really knowing what you're doing and feeling completely in your element and feeling so proud of your skills and just feeling so comfortable with what you're doing, okay? This is most likely something you're going to be working on alone. This is your unique passion, your unique project, okay? So I do see you working a solo project. Okay, what else? Anything else for group 2 and moving forward? Advice, messages, guidance for group 2 and moving forward, please. Okay. Wow. So we have the 5 of Swords. So there were definitely a lot of, you know, these little disagreements and conflicts. There's a sense of pride here. I'm not sure if it's from you or from someone around you, but there was a lot of that, just like this unnecessary battles and unnecessary arguments, disagreements, and just like pettiness, fighting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Again, that's coming to an end very soon. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6 total major arcana cards. You're in a very significant life transition right now. So the Wheel of Fortune is the card of destiny and the turning point, okay? So you're in a really significant, impactful time right now and coming up for you soon, okay? So anything that you're feeling as you're watching this, or I don't know when you'll end up watching this, but anything that you've felt recently, you're not gonna be the same person, okay? So in the coming weeks and months in your near future, you're not going to feel like the same person that you did, okay? So this is very, very significant. There's going to be a lot of joy, a lot of clarity is going to be coming up for you, a lot of being guided, no longer being afraid to what do you call, no longer being afraid to seek spiritual guidance and help, letting go of your own kind of pride and letting spirit drive the car in a sense, okay, which is only going to benefit you. All right, let's take a look at some other messages from this tarot here. Okay, so Spirit, anything else for group 2? Messages of guidance, advice, moving forward. Okay, this is really getting intense. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands. Look, you have 2 more major arcana cards. This is really wild. Okay, I'll get to those in a second. So you have the Queen of Wands coming up for you here, and then you have the 5 of Cups. Okay. The new stage that you're going into is going to cause you some grief, okay? So you're going to feel a sense of loss. And it makes sense because you are at a turning point. And remember, I did say that the devil over here is something that was causing you a feeling of being trapped and feeling paralyzed. So when it leaves you, you are going to feel this sense of sadness, okay? But don't worry, because that is only part of it. Of course you're going to feel sad and you're going to mourn and have grief over something that was with you in a sense, like emotionally or physically, with you for a long time. That is very natural to have that grief, but that will pass. So we have the Tower moment here, okay? So it's like that lightning strike that's going to lead you to that next rebuilding stage. So basically allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to have that moment, and like basically pray for strength. But it will pass and it's very necessary. So you have to allow the pain to be present, and you have to allow for all of the walls to crumble so that you can rebuild. And then look at this, the Temperance, a lot of healing. You're going to have a lot of healing, a lot of joy, possibly reconciliation and balance coming in for you. This is really amazing. I can't believe how many major arcana cards you have here. So then with the Queen of Wands, just a lot of passion, a lot of charisma, a lot of magnetism coming up for you. Excuse me, I have allergies. I keep sniffing. So yeah, like this is you in your highest power. All of these, the readings I've been doing lately, people are just really leveling up, and it's amazing because it's not just one of us, it's all of us. This is the time, if it's not now, when? We are in that time where we just we have to stand in our highest light, and that's the only way that we can survive and thrive. All right. So let me get some oracle cards for you here. But this is great. This is incredibly powerful, group 2. Okay, so Spirit, what are the messages of guidance for group 2, please? Group 2. Group 2, messages of guidance for group 2. Group 2, messages of guidance for group 2. Oh. Group 2, messages of guidance. Messages of guidance for group 2. Okay. This is really intense. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. Life purpose. Manifest your dreams. There's a lot of spirituality in this card, okay? So some of you might be discovering a very deep connection to spirit in regards to your life purpose. This might be helping people for some of you, it might be helping people through actually spiritual avenues, you know? So it might even be tarot cards. It might be healing. It might be talking, connecting with them. Lot of spiritual abundance here. Remember the High Priestess and the Hermit. That's you. Okay, so life purpose. That's so powerful. Everything is going to come together for you. This is really great. This is very positive. All of the major arcana cards are here for you. That the Tower, the Turning Point, the healing. Okay, so the only thing to look out for was this and this. So allowing those things to die off. Okay, I know it's painful. Just try to, you know, think of it as it's necessary. Okay, so it's part of the healing. So it's kind of like when you get a cut on your skin and you have to cleanse it, you have to sanitize it. It stings, but that sting is only temporary. And then once it heals, like you'll see, like you needed to nurture it. It needed to hurt in order for the healing to happen. So try to look at it as a necessary part of the healing. Okay. So group 2, that's everything I have for you. This was an incredibly positive reading, very powerful. Let me know in the comments what's going on with you. And if this didn't fit for your situation at all, please feel free to pick a different group. Thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed. Please like and share if you enjoyed this. Check back with me for more readings. But group 2, thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that this helped you and that it gave you some clarity. I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who picked group number 3, which is this Angel Aura Quartz here. So we're just going to jump right in and get some messages for you of guidance, advice from Spirit moving forward. Okay, so Spirit, please provide us with clear guided messages for group 3. Advice for them moving forward. Okay, so Spirit, what are the messages for group number 3 and moving forward, please? Group number 3 and moving forward. Advice, messages, guidance for group 3. Advice, messages, guidance for group 3 and moving forward, please. So I got the sense that some of you, a lot of you, have been feeling afraid that you're not going to move forward. I really felt that strongly. Just like this, it was weird. It was this sudden flash in my mind of like that, wow, like I'm not even going to draw a card. It was very, very particular. So the good news is the first card. You're going to get out of that. Okay? There's a lot of similar themes today with all of these readings having to do with new ways of thinking. And that's the strongest card that came up for you. So you're going to get out of that. That feeling, that thought was making you feel quite trapped. And you're going to get out of that. Okay, so that's really good. That was a lot of fear. It was like even to a degree of hopelessness. It was really strong. What are the messages for group 3, please, moving forward? Group 3, moving forward, advice. Yeah, more similar themes here. Okay, so this is so weird. Everyone's is coming out almost exactly the same. It's pretty cool. The death card. So remember, I just said that you're going to get out of that. The cycle will be ending for you. This cycle of all of that extra baggage, all of the unhealthy, unserving thoughts and energies for you are coming to a nice clean close. I'm really feeling that strongly. So this is really a great indicator. This here with the 7 of Pentacles, either you are or will be soon putting a lot of work into something that you're really hoping to have the fruits of your labor appear, but something that you're really putting some time, attention, care, and nurturing into. So it might be a project, it might be yourself, it might be self-care, it might be emotional health, whatever it is, you've been putting a lot of work into it and really nurturing, like just really caring for the fields there, okay? Messages of guidance for group 3, please. Messages of guidance. See, that's what I said. That's so crazy that this card came up. The 9 of Swords. So that's what the thing was that you were stuck thinking about. Just like complete, like worrying and despair. And again, that feeling of hopelessness and just like really not seeing a way out, not seeing not seeing a sense of optimism at all. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So some kind of new opportunity here to think in terms of, it could be spirituality, it could be passions, creativity, something that can really color your life again and give you that sense of excitement again. Okay. It just, yeah, like I just got that feeling of colorfulness coming back for you. And like some of you, it might literally be getting back into artistic hobbies and just like your sense of identity with that. If it's not art, it could be writing, dance, it could be like discovery, just learning about new things. Messages for group 3, please. But there's definitely still that, that hesitation right now, like that hesitation of, are things going to get better? Like, is this even true? I guess, it's hard to just take someone's word for it, of course. So the only way to know is to find out yourself, really get into that frame of mind. Okay, so we have the Emperor. So the Emperor, the thing that you've been working on, it might be your sense of self and your ability to trust yourself again. So definitely what's coming up for you is feeling stronger within your own sense of decision-making, your own sense of authority, your own sense of leadership, it could be, right? So really feeling in your element and feeling secure and confident again. And feeling a lot stronger emotionally again. And being able to see forward into the future with a good problem-solving skills and a good sense, just really knowing what you're doing, okay? And then here we have the Justice card. So that's great. So a lot of balancing coming in for you. A lot of truth coming in for you as well, which is good because it balances out all of this, because when we have all of those negative thoughts, it's the opposite of truth, you know, it's inaccurate, distorted, warped kind of thinking that's why it captures us in that fear. But we can't believe fear because fear is biased. But with the Justice card coming up, you're going to have a lot of truth and clarity and balance coming in for you. So that's great. What else? What else for group 3 and guidance moving forward? Yeah. So with the 4 of Swords, just really giving yourself the gift of rest from all of the thoughts and all of the negativity. So that's coming up for you. It could be as simple as like getting back into meditating, and just being in a deep contemplation mode, just like lying down, but finally being able to melt away all the thoughts and just like, and to let them go and to no longer have to keep letting them spiral. But that's only a decision that you can make, honestly. Okay, and then we have, geez, there's like so many powerful cards coming up in this entire video. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, it was another similar theme. You have the Death card, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. So you're another one who is in a major life transition right now. So you're at a turning point, destiny, fate, divine interference. Something is going to, a sign is going to happen for you. A sign from something literally might fall. I don't know why I got that. That's kind of funny. Something literally might fall in your direction, in your path, and be something that you totally notice, and you're like, what the hell? You're like, what was that? Like, you're going to notice this. This is going to be a sign, okay? So what I recommend to you, because that happens to me, so what I do when that happens is I pull up my phone and I search the symbolism of it. So whatever it is for you, it's going to be very noticeable. Make sure to check the symbolism of whatever it was that came towards you, okay? If that happens for you, I would love to know what it was. So definitely comment and let me know in time, because it won't happen yet, but it will. And when it does, it's going to be super obvious, and it's going to help you to move forward. That's your divine intervention. So if it's not that, it could be a dream. It could be a dream that's telling you a direct message, like saying here, like you see, like these, they have like these little, those books, right? So it could be something like trying to show you, like you might be shown a sign literally, like with actual words. It could be in a dream or in real life, but it'll be so obvious. It's a message meant specifically for you in your turning point and moving forward. So that's fantastic. Like, I really feel that. Now I'm going to be dying to know. I'm curious what that's going to be. So please let me know if you can. And you don't even have to go looking for it, okay? So some of you might be ultra curious. You don't even have to look for it. You're going to be doing your own thing, and it's going to find you, okay? So don't even worry. It's just going to come up, okay? Anything else for group 3? Anything else for group 3? Guidance, advice moving forward for group 3. Okay, so we have the Fool. Oh my god, this is so powerful. Another major arcana card of a beginning. That's crazy. See the 0? The Fool is a completely new beginning. You're going to take a leap of faith in something. A new opportunity is going to be presented to you, and you're going to completely jump off that cliff and soar, okay? So it's going to be something that you've been passionate about for a very long time, something that you have that brings you a great sense of joy and companionship, familiarity. There's a lot of innocent joy here, coming back to childhood, like just this, it might be a lifelong dream that you've had, but again, you are divinely guided. You've been receiving signs of this your whole life, but you probably have not really paid attention to it. Some of you might have actively ignored it because of fear or because of expectation and pressures from people around you, all of that stuff. But this is so freaking beautiful. I can't, like, just wow. You know, that's coming up for you very, very soon. The Fool. I love that. See, look. All right, with the 10 of Pentacles. So something that is going to bring you a lot of, a sense of abundance, prosperity, financial security, joy, family, all of that stuff, all of those good vibes. That's what's going to be coming up for you very, very soon as a result of all of this shift. This is a huge shift. This is like a tidal wave, seismic shift for you that's coming up. It's really amazing. Oh my God. You have another major arcana card, and this is insane. This actually only happened to me one other time, I think. But you have 0 here, and then you directly after that have the 1. So that's a miracle in itself, okay? So we have the Magician card. So the Magician is the ultimate manifester and conduit for this power. That's incredible, okay? I don't know what you're planning here or what it is coming for you, but it's going to be really, really powerful. It's something that's going to be quite big, significant, very bright and prosperous, something having to do with a lot of light, okay? Some of you might even be getting into spiritual realms, really tapping into your sense of spirituality and magic and, you know, not something that's quite the 3D world, something that's much bigger than that. This is really intense. That's great. I'm like stunned. That's really amazing, you guys. So let's take a look at this deck here for some other messages. This is group 3. This is definitely quite powerful. I wouldn't say like more so than groups 1 and 2 because they were powerful too, but this is this is definitely on a distinct level, I have to say. All right. Okay, so what else? What else for group 3, please? And moving forward, advice, messages, and guidance, and moving forward. So this is coming up for you, and this is very, very exciting. Everyone's leveling up. It's amazing. Okay. All right, so, wow. You have another 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is like probably more amplified because of all of the scarcity right now with like financial security. But this is going to be like double for you, like twofold for you in your amount of financial security and safety, or it could be like emotional wealth and just feeling really, really secure. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands, so definitely a lot of passion coming in for you very soon. I am just you have the World card. Get out of here. I cannot. That's so crazy. The World card, so not only is it a major arcana card, very powerful, it's the last major arcana card. So this sense of completion, fulfillment, and just like coming full circle, that is so crazy. This is really your year. Even though all of the worldly stuff is very scary and just like nothing we've ever seen before, it was the perfect opportunity for you to level up and to shed old ways and really come into your higher self. This is amazing. You have even more major arcana cards. You have the Chariot and you have the Sun card. So the Chariot, like the Emperor, being able to be really focused and really in your power, in your decision making, in your fast movement going forward, and knowing what's right for you and not being afraid anymore. Like, you know what's right for you and you're gonna go get it no matter what anybody says, because there's probably been some naysayers in your life and they've been trying to, like, you know, push you down or like really confuse you, but that's coming to an end, and you're gonna be able to stand in your power and say, this is what's right for me and I don't care what anybody says. Okay, this is going to bring you a crap load of happiness, okay? And again, prosperity. Like, this is insane. Whatever it is that you're working on or that you're going to be stepping into next, this is very exciting. Just like a lot of abundance and a lot of joy. Some of you might be working with either children or animals or something like with nature, something very spiritual, something that has a lot of joy. This is like so positive and radiant and warm, you know, just like all of these good vibes are here. And finally we have the Six of Pentacles, so coming into balance again and being very generous. So that could have to do with what you're doing here. It could be volunteer work for some of you. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, being very generous and being very giving and loving and compassionate. Okay. So this is so, so powerful. I love this. Oh my God. Like, this is a great energy that you're sharing with me right now. So thank you. I really feel it. And it's so uplifting because, you know, everyone's been just like in really uncertain times and in a really dark energy, but this is great. Let's get the final messages from the oracle cards here. For group 3, please. For group 3, please. What are the messages for group 3? Group 3. I'm still getting that there is this sense of fear, but don't worry. I know that as you're watching this, like depending on the timing of when you're watching this, you do have a lot of fear still, and you're still having that doubt, specifically doubt, like, is something going to pop up? Is something going to get better? That's going to come to an end. I don't know how you're going to accomplish that, but most likely your spirit guides and something within yourself and your decisions is going to help you to get to that level. Remember, this is the first card that came up, so you're going to get out of that way of thinking, okay? You're going to get out of that. So, because I really feel it every single time I've shuffled with a new deck, and I feel it here, it was more doubt, okay? So if you're concerned, it's like, it might take some time, like literally when I'm shuffling, it might take a few tries, but eventually something will pop out, right? Eventually. It might require you to do something like with a different approach, right? Ah, see? Okay. Okay, look, your path. That is so freaking exciting for you. It says, have courage to follow your own path. Okay, so this is coming. But they do emphasize courage. You do need that courage because it's been fear and doubt that's been preventing you from walking that path and owning your destiny. Okay, but like, you out of all people don't need to be afraid. The Fool, the Magician, the World, the Sun, Justice, like everything is here for you. And the 2 tens, right? Everything is already here for you. So there's like absolutely nothing to doubt anymore. That this is so amazing. Allow yourself to be guided by spirit. Allow yourself to receive these signs. Okay, I did talk about signs before. So fear and doubt have actually been clouding your channels and your pathways and preventing those signs to come forward. They've probably been all around you, but because of all of that fog and that negative energy, like it's repelling it outward, that's really been a disadvantage to you. But this is the time to let go of that. Okay, so your channels are opening up now. Oh my God, this is amazing. I love it. Okay. Whew. All right. A lot of positive energy today with all of these readings. So group 3, that is everything that I have for you. This could not have been more positive. This is really amazing and I'm happy for you. If this didn't resonate with you at all, please feel free to pick a different group, but this was great. Let me know in the comments. Definitely connect with me so I can know what's going on with you guys. Whether it's now or in the future, like I said before. So thank you so much to those of you who have subscribed. Please like and share if you enjoyed this. Group number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that this helped and that gave you some clarity and insight into your path moving forward. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see you in the next reading. Bye.